A big day in campaign 2014. Tonight is Florida's Gubernatorial Debate Decision 2014. Before you vote at Broward College in Davie, and it is moderated by CBS4's Eliott Rodriguez.
And we now know that the debate will not include Libertarian candidate Adrian Wiley. A judge struck down his attempt to join Governor Rick Scott and Charlie Crist in the debate, which we are producing for Leadership Florida and the Florida Press Association.
CBS4's Natalia Zay is live at Broward College in Davie, where preps have been underway for days now. And Natalia, I can tell you here at CBS4, we've definitely been preparing for weeks now.
Weeks, really the better part of a year overall. And there are some things happening here now. It's early still, but folks are getting ready. Big production trucks starting to come in just on the other side of this trailer. There are several satellite trucks from stations around the state that are expected to be here. We're expecting at least 11 different cities to send crews here because this debate will be aired in those different cities. Tonight is the big debate between Governor Crist, former Governor Crist, and Governor Rick Scott. They're probably going to take the gloves off at some point. Libertarian candidate Adrian Wiley will not be here participating, but he tells us he plans to show up anyway to protest.
Hold me accountable.
Rick Scott, too shady for the Sunshine State.
Charlie Crist, a failed governor, a corrupt politician.
You've likely seen the caustic political ads in what's been deemed as one of the nastiest gubernatorial races in the country. Incumbent Republican Governor Rick Scott versus former Florida Governor Charlie Crist versus Libertarian Party candidate Adrian Wiley and a few other candidates with lesser polling numbers. But not only is it potentially one of the ugliest and most costly midterm elections nationwide, it's also one of the tightest. The latest CNN poll released Tuesday had Crist and Scott in a dead tie at 44% among likely voters, with Wiley at 9%. But among registered voters, the poll shows Crist edging Scott out by 2%, with Wiley taking 10%. But despite Wiley's numbers, a judge ruled Tuesday he will not be allowed to participate in tonight's gubernatorial debate. While some believe it's due to the 15% polling threshold requirement, Wiley feels differently.
It all boils down to connections between Charlie Crist, the Democratic Party, and Dean Ridings, the president of the Florida Press Association. So the Florida Press Association and Leadership Florida has just silenced the voices of 1.5 million Floridians, and that is unacceptable.
Meanwhile, as Democrats and Republicans gear up for the big debate, Team Scott and Team Crist were already going toe-to-toe on stage. Students at Broward College held a mock debate on issues ranging from the economy and immigration to marijuana legislation, health care, and affordable education.
Rick Scott has given us the results. Charlie Crist understands the urgency needed to get these students in the school.
College tuition is a big thing. Healthcare is a big thing. Crime, jobs. Will there be a job once you graduate college? And these are the things on college students' mind, and this is what we wanted to concentrate on.
Many, many important issues are going to be addressed tonight. Again, tonight is the big night. And I have to say, I sit near Eliott and, again, he's moderating this debate and he's taking this very seriously. He's been taking in viewer questions. He's also been asking different questions of reporters of what they would like him to ask. And he says he's going to hold both candidates' feet to the fire tonight. Should be very interesting to see how this one turns out. We're going to have pre-debate coverage for you throughout the day right here on CBS4. Natalia Zay, CBS4 This Morning.
Oh, we know Eliott will hold nothing back. As she just mentioned, it will be moderated by our CBS4 anchor, Eliott Rodriguez. It will air right here on CBS4 starting at 7 p.m. We will also stream it live on our website, cbsmiami.com. And during the debate, we want to hear from you. We want to see what you think about both candidates. #FLGovDebate with all of your comments.